Let me just move this a little bit.
What you doing there? She's done. Who's your mom?
Sarah, I have more signed up. Josie. Oh, she is? Nice. She came, she's come a couple of Sundays. I haven't seen her in so long. And then, but she just comes on Zoom. She's gone to the dark. To the dark side. I know. That's okay. It's not the dark side. I like the dark side. I do like the somebody's coming on. Okay, just kidding. Oh, John, you're on. Hi.
This is gonna be this plainer.
All morning.
Hamburger.
We're gonna use like a ball today. If you have like a tennis ball or a.
Yes.
Good, perfect. Grab it. You can, yeah. All right, let me just get you set up here. Okay. Always feels like a chore. Yeah, perfect. To get going on Monday morning. And John, you know our mics we're having mic issues, so hopefully you can hear me. I have to use the mic in the computer. Our little remote ones aren't working. So if you can't hear me, unmute and just remind me to yell, okay? That'll be pleasant for everyone. Okay. Good morning. So we've been working our way through the kleshas, which are these in the yoga philosophy, the obstacles to achieving our sort of sense of oneness, our yoga, our union. The afflictions, sometimes they're called. So we've been through a couple of them. This week we're up to egoism. So what is egoism? The egoism is the way that we identify with the sort of surface level self, like our individuality. And in the yoga philosophy, we have these different levels of the mind, the way that the mind works. Morning, Sarah. And one of them is this is a sort of called the I maker, the ahamkara, which is it's the way that we shape our ego. It's the way that we label ourselves. Basically, it's the part of our brain that says, I am Rachel, I am a sister, I am a mother, I am a wife, I am a yoga teacher, I am a runner, any of those I am things, which is necessary for living in an embodied state, right? But what happens is then those things I am turn into I need. And we start to identify with this smaller part of ourselves, with this part. You want to come in the middle? Or up here. With this part of ourselves that says I need. And I become the center of my story, right? The main character in my story, which can feel very isolating, there are many ways that that's a beautiful thing, where we can sort of celebrate our own unique embodiment. And it's not to say that we shouldn't do that, because of course we should. But it's to say that when we start to, when that part of ourself becomes more important than the other aspect of who we are, then when those needs are not being met, the I need, which they're not going to be all the time, then it leads to things like attachment and aversion, which we've talked about the last couple of weeks. I'm clinging to something, or I'm thinking that I'm looking for that pleasure button, or I'm pushing away something that doesn't feel good. So when Asmita is sort of really active, we start to think, we start to over-identify with, like we have this thought, like I am my thoughts, or I am my feelings, I am I am my actions, I am what I do. And when we're doing that, if the thoughts are not super positive, what does that do for us? For having a powerful emotion, or an emotion that we would put in the category of doesn't feel so good, then if that's what we are, that can be really devastating, right? So when we work with Asmita, what we're working with is trying to develop the healthy ego, because we need the ego to be in an embodied state, to be me, Rachel, and you, Monica, and you, Sarah, and you, Alyssa. Like, we need to be, right? We need to have an ego. We need to have a healthy ego. So what's a healthy ego? A healthy ego doesn't feel like it needs to prove anything. A healthy ego doesn't feel like it has to defend its position, its belief about anything. A healthy ego feels content with whatever's happening. A healthy ego feels content with change, can weather change. A healthy ego, what else? A healthy ego is curious, and instead of it being this sort of fear-based protectiveness of I have to protect me, then we step into a curiosity that says, oh, I'm going to just see what this conscious embodiment looks like, feels like, is, so that then whatever's coming up, it's just part of the story, and instead of making like, and maybe when I said one of those things, I am my thoughts, I am my feelings, I am my actions, or my body, what my body physically looks like or can do or can't do. Maybe one of those resonated more with you, and that's something you can sort of examine in your practice. But when we're working, in asana, in our practice, what we're working with is the energy body, the energetic body within the physical body. And instead of thinking about then perhaps, how our bodies are physically doing the poses, we do need to think about that. And it's important. We want our bodies to be healthy. We want them to look good. We want them to feel good. But, can it be a more holistic picture, right, of who is doing this pose? What is doing this pose? Not just what does this pose look like on the outside. So those are the thoughts. We're going to just talk about sort of the way as we work through the practice of how we can line up these different layers of ourselves, and in this way just come into a more harmonious relationship of the ego with the true self. Because what this is really what this practice is really pointing us towards is towards that the oneness, the true self, the soul, the spirit, whatever language you like to put to that part of yourself, but that's what it's directing us towards. Remembering that, sure, I am Rachel, I am a yoga teacher, I am a mom, I'm all those things, but I'm also this thing. Nothing new. Same story every week. Right? Okay, sit up tall. Take a few breaths. And as you close your eyes and settle, perhaps ask yourself, who am I when I'm not trying to be somebody? Who am I without my labels, without my accomplishments, without my failures, without my life experiences? Who am I without my beliefs, my opinions? As you touch into who that is, to the capital S self, big S self, soul, spirit. See if you can allow your individualness to merge into that oneness, into the wholeness that is the essence of who you are. Create a more meaningful connection between the heart, the mind, the body, and the spirit. Bring your hands together at your heart. As we chant, I want you to think about these two words in the middle of our invocation, Sat Chit Ananda Mortaye, which means Sat Chit Ananda means, if it's the definition of who we are, it means being consciousness bliss. It's literally who we are, what consciousness is, our soul. And Mortaye means to take the form of, to be in the form of. And that's who we are. And that's what we are celebrating in our practice. All right, deep breath in. Your head, bow to your heart. And then keeping your head bowed, just release your hands down to your lap. Draw your shoulders back, lengthen through your spine, but keep your head bowed so it'll stretch in the back of the neck. And then just trace your collarbone with your chin over to your right shoulder. And then trace back to the center of your chest, breastbone. And then as you inhale, trace the left collarbone over to the left shoulder with the chin. And then exhale, trace chin to chest. Good. And just like that, a couple times, side to side. Be gentle. Be gentle with everything you do in your yoga practice. Some things we can be a little more forceful with, but not with the neck. It's really delicate tissues, these little vertebrae. And it's really affects our nervous system deeply because of course, the spinal cord is housed in those tiny little vertebrae. All right, so next time the chin is over towards the right shoulder, just stay there. And then do a few gentle nods. Lift your chin, lower your chin like you're just super slow motion nodding your head. Lift your chin and lower it. Good, and then lift and lower. That's it. And then keep your head over to the right, but just turn your nose to face forward so your right ear is towards your right shoulder. That's it. And then on your next exhale, let both shoulders release down. Let your ear release closer to your shoulder. And do, again, a little nodding of your head. Turn one way, turn the other way, lift your chin, lower your chin. So you're getting into the muscles on the left side of your neck. Gentle. That's it. And then exhale and release your chin to your chest and just feel the sides of your neck from your earlobe down to the top of your shoulder. and then roll to the other side. So chin to the shoulder first. And with your chin facing towards your shoulder, lift and lower a few times. Slow motion, nodding, yes. Good, and then turn your nose to face forward. So your ears towards your shoulder, that's it. And then on your exhale, let your shoulders release down away from your ears, relax, let your ear release towards your shoulder. And again, maybe some little nodding, turn one way, turn the other way, lift your chin, lower your chin, just moving, getting some movement through the neck. Good, inhale and lift your head up. All right, take your fingertips behind your head now. Good, we'll do a few neck strengtheners, just waking up the muscles in the neck. So push your head back into your hands. Feel the muscles in the back of the neck fire up a little bit. And then relax a little bit. And then push your head back into your hands. And then relax. Good, then take your hand, it doesn't matter which hand, to your forehead. And press your head, forehead into your hand. Good, and then relax a little bit. Try to do the heel of your hand, so something to really push into. Resist with your hand, press in. Good, and then relax. And then take the right hand to the right side of your head. Press, hold, and then relax. And one more time, press, hold, and then relax. And then left hand to left side of the head. Press, hold. Again, do this in a way that feels supportive, right? Relax. And then press again, not in a way that feels like you're trying to force your neck into some position or another. Good. And then relax. Okay, hands behind your head again. You can either do fingertips to the back or lace your fingers. Then exhale and draw your chin towards your chest. Let your neck, chin release towards the chest and lengthen the back of the neck. You do a little rounding in your spine here. Feel a stretch. And the muscles that run from the base of your skull all the way down to the top of your pelvis. Then inhale and sit upright, keeping the back of your neck long, press your elbows wide, lift your chest, broaden your elbows out to the sides. Good, and then exhale. Don't pull on your neck, just let your hands be a gentle weight. So you feel the stretch all along the whole back of your neck, all the way down your back to the top of your pelvis. Then inhale. And feel those muscles fire up. Press your head back, widen your elbows, lift up through your breastbone. Good, come to neutral. Take your right hand to the left side of your head. Good, and then let your left shoulder relax and use your hand to create a little more of a deeper stretch. Let your right ear drop towards your right shoulder. Let your left hand just be your right hand, just be a gentle weight on your head. And then inhale, come back up and do the left side, left hand to the right side of your head. Good, gentle stretch. Good, inhale and come upright. And then just pause for a moment and see if you can just have this sense of lining up your heart, your feeling part of yourself with your thinking part of yourself, your brain. So your throat is back, your ears are back a little bit, and then all the way up through the crown of your head, your wisdom, your intuition, your higher consciousness. Just feel that in your body, that line and that connection. And then keep it and find your way into tabletop. Come to hands and knees. And as you come to your hands and knees, try to find that same line of energy, heart to mind to crown. Good, and then do some cat and cow breaths. Feeling the relationship between those things, perhaps feeling in your own sense of yourself, which part you identify more powerfully with, more strongly with, if there is one part that you do. Which of those statements feels more resonant to you? I am my body. I am my thoughts. I am my feelings. And just feel how you can merge all of those together. And you can let the lines between those blur and open up to this higher, deeper, more connected sense of self. Good. Next time you're rounded, sit back to your heels. And then if your head reaches the floor, you can just rest your head on the floor. If it doesn't, you can put a blanket underneath or maybe even a block if you need to go a little bit higher. Let your head on something now. Then bring your hands behind your back. Lace your fingers together. Good. Squeeze the heels of the hands towards each other. And then as you inhale, lift your hands up off your back. And exhale, lower them back down. And then inhale, lift them up. And if it feels comfortable for you to roll to the top of your head, you can roll up onto the top of your head. And then exhale, lower your arms and roll back down. And if that's too much on your neck, just stay with the lifting and lowering of the arms. You don't have to do that roll. I put that in the category of not for everyone. So just be aware. You know, as these embodied beings, we have to live in the body. And so we don't want to do things, even if maybe on the energetic level we feel like, oh, that's going to open something up. If it's not going to work in the body, then it's not the right thing. All right, do one more. Good. Release your hands, stretch them out in front. Take your hips back and your arms forward a little bit more, lengthening hips to armpits to fingertips. And then come up to, back up to tabletop. Inhale, sweep your right arm up to the right, twisting open. Exhale, reach under. Land to your shoulder, to the side of your head. Come up on your left fingertips. Good. Kick your left leg out to the left. Good. Then keep pushing your head, your shoulder down into the mat. And if it feels comfortable to roll towards the back of your neck, you can roll towards the back of your neck, feeling a stretch in the back of your neck. Keep your left hip lifting up high, your right shoulder pressing down. Your left hand pressing into the floor. So there's a little stretch in the neck, but you're not just dumping the weight of your body there. Plant your left hand, bring yourself back up, drop your left down. Good. Inhale, left arm out to the left. Thread it under. Land to your shoulder and your ear. Come up on your right fingertips and kick your right leg over to the right. Stay there or roll towards the back of your head. Energetically, from the center of your heart, press up to your right hip. So the right hip is lifting, feeling light, even as you're taking that stretch into the back of your neck, maybe the front of your right shoulder. All right, good. Plant your right hand, drop your right knee, back up to your tabletop. All right, and then come to sit back onto your feet. And if that's uncomfortable for a knee or a hip, you can sit onto a blanket or you can sit onto a block. If you're comfortable on your feet, just stay there. Place your fingers behind your back. Good. Drop your tailbone down. Tone your belly gently. Draw your ribs back. Okay, then stretch your arms straight back behind you, keeping your ribs resisting back. Take your shoulders back. Then draw your throat and your ears back and just feel like that open line of connection from heart to mind to higher self, the true self. Then bend your elbows, take your fist onto your right hip. Good. Squeeze your elbows back towards each other. So still in the fist, yeah, still the hands are still clasped, they're still around the right hip. Squeeze the elbows back. Try to not let the left shoulder probably is the one that's going to want to hike up a little bit. Let them stay relaxed. Good. Then switch sides, fist to the left hip. So it's fist, John. Just fists to the side and elbows squeezing back. Yeah. Good. Lift up through your breastbone. One more breath. Stretch your arms straight back behind, keeping your belly toned, maybe take a little bit more of a back bend here. And then sweep your hands back to the floor in front of you. Find your way into downward facing dog. So the quote that sort of encapsulates this idea, it's a quote by Gandhi. He says, our beliefs become our thoughts become our words become our actions become our habits become our values become our destiny. So we can trace that line of how we are identifying, whether we are identifying with a fear-based protectiveness that becomes our destiny, or this association or connection to a higher conscious, loving self. All right, stretch your legs straight and come to stillness in your pose. Just hold for a couple of breaths. Arms straight, legs straight, heels reaching down, hips lifting up, and then think about, again, lining up heart to mind to crown, that higher self. And then step your feet wide apart. Yeah, and then walk yourself back to your feet, land into your feet. Uttanasana at the back of your mat. Good, and then pedal your feet here a few times, bend one knee, and then the other back and forth. Shifting the hips a little side to side. So nothing wrong with habits, nothing wrong with healthy habits like doing yoga, but when we start to do these really repetitive things in our practice, they become the habit that becomes rote, and then we stop being aware, we stop being conscious. Even something simple, like instead of walking feet to hands, walking hands to feet can be a way of just breaking that cycle. Okay, walk yourself back out, all the way to plank this time. You can narrow your feet. That's it. Sweep your arms and legs in towards each other. Strengthen the muscles in your arms and your legs. Feel a toning of muscles in the arms, the legs, and belly, and the glutes. Like you are just creating a stronger container for that inner spirit. All right, lower down either chaturanga or however you want to get there. Come on all the way down to your belly. And then take your hands back by your sides, Shalabhasana, your palms down. Squeeze your legs in, arms in. Inhale, lift everything up off the floor. Lengthen your legs, lengthen your spine. Maybe for this first one, not lifting up to like 1,000%, right? Just in a gentle let your back ease into it. But then think about heart to mind to spirit lining up. Good. Exhale, release, turn your cheek. Bring your hands behind your back, lace your fingers together. Good. Lift everything up again. Reach your hands back towards your feet. Good. Now bend your knees. Bring your heels to your fist. Your fist to your heels. Good. And then stretch your legs out again. And then heels to fist, fist to heels. And then stretch your legs. And then do it one more time. Tap. And stretch out. Good. Release your hands from your cheek. Let your shoulders relax, neck relax. Take a deep breath into the back of your ribs, your upper back. Switch the lace of your fingers one more round with the other pinky finger on top, other thumb on the bottom. Lift everything up. Stretch your hands back towards your feet. And then tap. And straighten. And tap. And straighten. And lift everything up a little higher. One more time, tap. And straighten. Good. And then rest your forehead down. Rebend your knees, catch your feet for just a double gentle thigh stretch. Chin on the floor or forehead on the floor. Hug your heels to your butt. So not bow pose where you're kicking your feet back, but hug your heels in and down so you're feeling that stretch in the front of the thighs. Keep your thigh bones grounded. If you're looking for deeper stretch, you can widen your feet apart, away from each other, like outside of your hips, and pull your feet towards the floor a little bit more instead of towards your butt. If you're feeling any tightness or tension in your low back, tone your abdominals, navel to spine, pubic bone to the floor. One more breath. Good. Release your feet, stretch your legs out long. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Baby cobra, lifting the upper body off the floor, including the hands for a moment. And then just do a gentle nodding yes. Lift your chin a little, lower your chin a little. Find the spot where the head and the heart and the mind and it all lines up. And then hold it there, hold steady. And as you press your hands to the floor and you lift up into a fuller cobra, let it be a gentle curve along the whole spine. So the back of the neck is lengthening, front, sides of the neck. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet. Feet narrower this time. So a little bit of a narrower forward bend. And then lengthen your spine and come on all the way up. Reach and stretch up tall. Exhale. We'll let your hands release down. Was that a hair clip? It's like a runaway clip. Okay. Inhale, arms up. Hold your right wrist. Lean left. Side bend. Good. Make a line of connection from your right hip down to your right heel, from your right hip all the way up to your right fingertips. Inhale, come up, switch sides. Lean right. Ground from your left hip to your left foot. From your left hip, lift up to your left arm and fingers. Inhale, come up, separate your hands, reach and stretch up. Exhale, let your arms float down. Inhale, arms up. Bend your right elbow. Bring your right hand not onto your left shoulder blade, if possible, onto its own shoulder blade. So it's doing an internal rotation. Yeah, and then pull your elbow back a little bit, and then take your head back a little bit. Yes, and then lean to the left. A little bit or a lot. Keep the elbow pulling back, head back. Good. Inhale, come up, stretch both arms up. Bend your left elbow. Do the other one. Lean to the right. Yeah, do the other one. You're on the other side. Good. Lean. Head back. Throat back. Ears back. Just having a sense of literally lining up body, mind, heart, our thinking, our individual self with our higher self. Weave them together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Okay, one more. Yep, roll it out for a second and then arms up again. One more time. Clasp your right elbow. Lean to the left. This time, do a little bit of a cat spine round. So look towards your navel. Let your head drop down. So you're stretching the back of your neck underneath your right shoulder blade. Good. Inhale, come up. Stretch both arms up and switch. Lean right. And then round, look towards your navel, stretch the back of your neck, underneath the shoulder blade. Good. Inhale, come on back up, stretch up, reach up. Exhale, fold forward right where you are. Walk yourself back to plank. Good. And then if you want to come through vinyasa, lower down, find your cobra pose, and back to downward facing dog. And as we focus, we're making this physical gesture, right, of lining up head, heart, mind, all of it. See if we can come to lining up who we think we are, all those labels, those roles that we play, with what we actually, who and what we actually are. When we do that, we don't have to feel so defensive about it. We don't have to feel so protective of it. Just is. Okay, dog split. Narrow your stance. Sweep your right leg to the sky and then make it a scorpion-like. Don't open the hip, keep the hips level for this one. Okay, good. Then lift your head, look forward. You're still in dog. So the arms are still on a diagonal here, but you're lifting your head towards your toes, reaching your toes towards your head behind you. Then exhale, come forward towards plank, take your knee to your nose and your nose to your knee. Then inhale, come back into scorpion, press back towards dog, toes to head to toes. Yep, lift your head, lift your head, lift your head. Good, and then knee to nose in front. And one more time, lift it up, toes to head behind you. Like you're gonna bring your toes and your head together behind you. Yes. Good. Exhale, knee to nose. Good. Inhale, lift back up into dog split. Now, whatever variation of dog split you like. And then step up into warrior two legs. We're gonna come into Parshva. So the warrior two legs is the stance. You can stay with your right hand on the floor outside your foot, for you guys, outside your foot, or you can hop up onto your forearm, or you can take your right hand onto a block. Yep, take your left arm to the sky. That's it. Push down into your right hand or your right elbow, whatever's touching something. Push down, extend your spine, turn your belly. And then notice, does your right ear want to drop to your right shoulder? Does your chin want to roll to your chest? Make that connection. Do that physical gesture of lining up the individual self with the higher self. And then keep that, sweep your arm over your ear and just be here, breathing, steady, holding, feeling not only your body doing the pose, but your energy, the deeper levels of yourself, embodying this pose. Inhale your top arm to the sky. We're going to step into Ardha Chandrasana. So right hand forward, left leg up. You can take your block out with you. If you're using a block under your hand, just take the block with you. Yep. Right hand out in front. Stack your right, left hip over your right hip. Your left shoulder over your right shoulder. Nice, you guys. Okay, big step back into warrior two. Land your back foot. That's it. And if you landed not lined up, line up heel to instep. So we're building from the bottom up. Let your shoulders stay relaxed, arms nice and long. That's it. And then make that connection. Heart, brain, crown, all in a line. But turn your gaze over your right fingertips. Drop your left hand to your left leg. Gaze up to your right fingers and lean back. If that bothers your neck, keep your neck in a more neutral position. That's fine. Again, we have to live in these bodies. So it's not only the body that we do have to have some concern over what the body's doing. Okay, straighten your front leg, tone the muscles of the legs. Inhale, come on up and over into Trikonasana. Yeah. Build your pose from the bottom up. And then all the way to the heart, the mind, and the crown. Some of you, your bottom ear, your right ear is dropping down towards your right shoulder. See if you can bring it more in line. Yeah, classically the gaze point is up at the top hand. If that works for you, look up. If it doesn't, gaze forward. Going back to Ardha Chandrasana. Look forward, step back into your right foot, right hand back out in front. Yep. Same pose, if you're sort of hanging on, just hang on. Do you want to take it into a different variation, a deeper variation? Yep, pull, catch the top foot or hover the bottom hand or however you like to do it. Yep. Bring your weight more into your foot, Monica. You're like in your front hand. So like bring your weight more into your foot and you might feel balanced. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, good. Big step back. Downward facing dog. Okay. You need a rest, take a rest. If you want to move through a vinyasa. Left leg up into a scorpion leg. Bend your knee. Lift your head. Toes to head behind your back. Deep back bend. Exhale, come forward towards plank, round your spine, knee to nose, forward bend. Inhale, back bend, toes the head behind you. Lift your head, press your hips back. Good, knee to nose. One more time. Lift up, head lifts, knee lifts, good, knee to nose, round your spine. Good, and then dog split, whatever variation you did on the first side. It's not that we ignore the body, it's not that we never do things that feel good. We should. We live in these bodies, but again, that sense of curiosity. What does it feel like to be this embodied being? All right, step all the way up. Parsvakonasana. Left hand on the floor, on the block, or forearm on your side. So Parsvakonasana first, standing. Oh, back foot down. That's okay. It's okay. Get there. All right. Now line up. Head, heart, brain, all of it. Top arm over your ear as you're ready. Notice how your left ear wants to dip down towards your left shoulder. So again, head lined up with heart. Good, we take this into Ardha Chandrasana, top arm up, step into your left foot, left hand in front. So as you step up into the pose, keep your weight on your foot. It's tempting to bring your weight into your hand, but that hand is just there for stability. Really isn't bearing much weight. And then just be here. Can you line up your head here? Head, heart. Can you line up? Can you have this sense of not just the ego doing the pose, the energy doing the pose, the true self? What does that look like? Step all the way back, warrior two. Take a moment, line up your feet. Line up your legs. Line up your spine. Heart, mind, brain, all in a line, and then gaze over the left fingertips. And then drop your right hand to your right leg. Follow your left hand with your eyes. Reaching up, leaning back, bending a little deeper into the front knee if that serves you. Straighten your front leg, firm the muscles around the knee. Shift over, Trikonasana. Notice the part of you that feels defensive, that feels protective. See if you can soften around whatever that is. Move towards the union. Move towards the union of your individual self with your big S self. I keep saying big S self and hearing big ass self, so I'm just going to say big ass self. Your big ass self. Back to Ardha Chandrasana. Be your big ass self. All right, step into your left hand. Float up your right leg. Every time I say it, my brain goes, big ass self. Okay. Which works too, okay? That works too. All right, whatever version you did for the second one, if you lifted, bend up that top knee or flipped on the balance, whatever. Same thing. Good. And then big step back to downward facing dog. Good. Vinyasa opportunity. Okay. Widen your feet. Walk back to squat at the back of your mat. So, of course, for knees, if you need to be up a little higher, stay up higher. If you can go lower, let your pelvis drop down towards the floor. Okay, and then wherever you are, drop your chin to your chest. You want to use your hands behind your head to just encourage a little deeper stretch. And do that. Let your tailbone drop, let your chin drop. Just feel a stretch all along the whole back of your body. Then drop your hands to the floor. Stretch your legs straight. Uttanasana. Okay, and then we're going to find our way now down onto our back. So come on all the way down, and we're going to now find your ball, and we're going to do some ball things. Okay, so the first thing we're using the ball for is a spacer. So we're going to do a little bit of abdominals, and you know what we tend to do in abdominals is, right, we get the head really going. We feel like, oh, you know, but we're moving our head and our neck. So we're going to use the ball as a spacer so that as we're lifting, you see the difference? right? Then it's my shoulders that are lifting, and I'm noticing that tendency of wanting to pull my chest to my chin. So find a spot where it feels reasonably comfortable. Tuck it between your chest and your chin. Yep. We'll start with feet on the floor. And then take your hands behind your head. Keep your elbows wide. Attune to your breath. And then with your next exhale, holding the ball there, lift up. And then inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. And just like that, a few more. Exhale. And just feel like what you normally do. Maybe that's very conscious yogis in here. We've got this down. I find it a little instructive to do it this way, to just feel, you know, that tendency of what my head wants to do. All right, do one more. Okay, and rest for a moment. If you want to take the ball out just because it's annoying, you can take the ball out for a second. All right, we're gonna do one more round. This time we're gonna do it either with bent knees or straight legs, but we're gonna squeeze the hips off the floor as well. So same thing, the tendency might be a little more strong now to pull on the neck. So again, we're gonna use the ball, put the ball right back where it was. You can be in bent knees here or straight legs. And as you exhale, squeeze and lift up. Bring your knees and your elbows towards each other. And then inhale and release. And exhale, squeeze up, knees and elbows towards each other. Inhale and release. Exhale, squeeze up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze. Good. Try a couple more. Hips up, shoulders up, lifting everything you can off the floor. Yes, but this ball is preventing you from crunching your neck. All right, last one. Good work. Okay, bend your knees, feet on the floor. We're going to take the ball now, and we're going to put it here in the upper trap. So, like behind your upper trap. Let's go on the right side, just so we're on the same side. Right in that meaty part that you tend to hold a lot of tension. And let your, you have your knees bent, your legs straight, whatever's comfortable. Left arm by your side. Take your right arm to the sky. Good. And then lift your right arm overhead, thumb towards the floor. And then bring the hand back up over your shoulder. And then pulse your arm overhead so you're sort of rolling that shoulder over the ball. And then elbow, wrist over elbow. And then tap back. Yeah. So you should feel the ball sort of pressing in and massaging. Do one more. Thumb overhead towards the floor. And then up. Good. Then keeping your arm up, just circle one way. So make some circles with your hand. Obviously, the bigger the circle, the more you're going to feel the pressure on the ball. You can move the ball around. If there's another spot you want to sort of get into, you can ball around, then change the direction of your circle. Okay, good. Then bend your right elbow out to the side, tap it down, and then try to tap your right hand outside your left shoulder. And then tap right elbow over to the right, and then tap the hand. So you're just trying to move the arm, you're trying to keep your weight on the ball behind you, but you're reaching out across and then out to the side. Yeah, that's it. All right, last one. Okay, rest for a moment, take the ball out. Okay, second side. Move it over to the left, so it's going underneath the left trapezius muscle. Left arm straight up towards the sky. Pulse the arm overhead, thumb towards the floor. And then back up, wrist over shoulder. Yep. Yes. Good. Let gravity be your friend here. So just be heavy on the ball. Let your shoulder, top of the shoulder, be heavy on the ball. If it's too intense, of course, you can do all these movements without the ball. It's fine. All right, and then arm up overhead, make some circles. Oh, notice how one side is infinitely more uncomfortable than another side, perhaps. Go around the other way. Yeah. Okay, and then go into that reach across pattern. So left elbow towards the floor on the left, and then reach the left fingertips over outside the right shoulder. So you're rolling over the ball. Again, you can move the ball around if it feels like it's like just super painful, or there's just another spot you need to get into. You can move around. A couple more. Elbow to the left. Reach across. Last one. Okay, good. Take the ball out for a moment. One more thing to do. We're gonna lay over the ball. We're gonna put it in between, like between your shoulder blade and your spine. There's like this little meaty spot right there. Okay, right where your rhomb. So middle traps and rhomboids. So we're going. You don't want to have it under your shoulder blade or your spine on it. It's right between your shoulder blade and your spine. Okay, and then you're going to cat and cow. Arch your back and round your back. So it should be like rolling up and down a little bit, massaging up and down. Your head can be on the floor. Yep, you're just too intense. Yeah, if it's too intense, just ignore me. I know, it's a lot. I have a squishy revolt. Hang on. All right, and then move it over to the other side. And we'll just this one's bigger, but it's really squishy, so that feels better. All right, other side, between the left shoulder blade and the spine, and cat and cow. Or just roll yourself forward and back over it. Is that any better, Sandy? Or still excruciating? Sandy, better? Okay.
Much better.
Much better.
I mean, it's still.
Yeah, it's still, right. No, it's still gonna, you're gonna feel something, but yeah. All right, come off your ball. All right, and then rock yourself just up to sit and just see, hopefully that was all in the service of just feeling a little bit of release around shoulders, neck, head. All right, come to downward facing dog. Maybe have a sense in your dog pose that the shoulders feel a little more easeful. Last vinyasa opportunity here if you would like. And then walk hands to feet. Good, bend your knees, rest your belly on your thighs, come to a standing rest. So you can just let your arms hang, or you can hold opposite elbows. Let the gravity just take the crown of your head towards the floor. Soften that need to protect me. Soften the, out of being the main character in your story, connecting the deeper sense of self. And then lengthen your spine, run all the way up, reach up. And exhale, let your arms release. Okay, let's go over to the wall. Bring a blanket with you, and I'm gonna bring penny pads. Are we doing our mat? Yeah, now let's bring your mats, to the wall. Just laying down on the floor, grab one. And yeah. Okay, so here's petty pads. Sorry?
I don't need one.
You don't need one? You're not gonna do what we're trying to do?
Oh, I don't have it. Yep.
It's not for now. It's not for now. I was like, wait, what? You don't want to do what I want to do? Okay. Okay, here's what we're doing. We're gonna use it for our heads, actually. So it's just to give some padding for our heads. John, I don't know if you want to, you can just find something to put between your head and the wall. Can I just have your back for a sec? So this is just a little, it's a headstand Shoshasana prep exercise. So you're gonna find the spot on the wall where heart, mind, crown are lined up. And then what I'm working on here is pushing my head into the wall. So I'm trying to get this extension for my neck, which is that outward motion that we need when we come to headstand. And then maybe you want to try one arm to the side, arms back. If you don't have room next to you, you can do one arm back, the other arm back. Of course, if it feels like too much pressure on your head, keep your hands on the floor, and then if you're really pushing, your head pad sticks to the wall. Stay with me 1 second. Hang on. Let's talk about where the crown of your head is, because I think we have varying degrees of understanding of where that is. So here's a good judge. Take your pinky finger, doesn't matter which hand, pinky finger to your third eye, and then all the fingers together, take them up your forehead. Good. Now take your other hand, 4 fingers together, and then one more time. So 12 fingers, right where that pointer finger is on the top of your head. So don't interlace yet. Right where that pointer finger lands, that's pretty much the crown of your head. Okay, so we're lining up crown, all the chakras, all that energy flow, the nadi that comes all the way up to this highest consciousness. That's the point of our head. We want to put into head. All right, try it. Come to tabletop. You know what, Sandy, can I scoot you over so you're not on the plexiglass? I'm just nervous. I don't know how that's gonna work. No, just scoot over a little more transmonica. You have room. Yeah, so pat crown of your head into the wall. No. So just do a tabletop. Just do a tabletop. I mean, all we're doing is a tabletop, and without your head on the wall, or even like just the very like your hair touching the wall, Annie. Just so you're having this sense of lengthening your neck. Like don't push hard, but just feel like you're lengthening your head towards the wall. Yes. Push your head into the wall. Maybe one hand. Monica, move it up a little bit. Your head is a little down. The part of your head that's there you go. Now that's more in line. You might feel more balanced. Okay, then maybe one arm back or 2 arms back. See how it feels one at a time. Really push your head into the wall. It's that extension that we're looking for. Yes. Okay. Lots of petty times. I don't know. You did it. Okay. All right. Rest for a second. So now, if you are a headstander, well, let's try it. Let's do this. Sit back onto your feet or however you're comfortable sitting, and let's just work on the upper body movement or lining up that we need to do for headstand. So you're gonna lace your fingers, hands open, and bring the heels of your hands to the back of your head, but fingers can be interlaced. Good. And now bring your elbows in line. So elbows in line with your shoulders. Now, what tends to happen is the shoulders like to hike up towards the ears, right? So pull your shoulders away from your ears. And then imagine the crown of your head, again, crown to throat to heart, right? All in a straight line, and feel that extension of your neck, just like you were pushing into the wall. So that's the setup. Now, you might want a blanket for this. Take your blanket, and if you're not bearing weight onto your head, it's fine. You can skip this part. You can just do, again, another tabletop. You can do a dolphin if you don't want to do it with your head on the floor, right? Just keep your head off the floor. You can do it with the head hovering. Okay, if you're going head down, take a blanket, lace your fingers, and bring the head between the hands. And then maybe this feels like a lot and you're just gonna work here because so the work is don't let the shoulders collapse towards the ear, don't roll to the back of the head, don't be on your forehead, right? Find that sweet spot where we're lined up. If that all feels like it's going well, knees up, right? And then however you like to go up, you could go one leg up, both knees together. Try something. If you need help, if this feels like it's not the right thing for your neck, just do it with your head off the floor. Elbows on the floor. Yes. Line up. Head, you can do a little hop, but you don't want to do a big jump when you're in headstand. Yeah, that's enough. Just like that. Yeah, you're there. Sandy, come away from the wall and put your hands on the floor. So your hands should be on the floor, not on the wall.
I've never done this.
No? Okay, elbows down. Head down. Lift up like you're doing dog. Okay, now really push your elbows down. Yeah, like your head should be really light on the floor. You want your upper body really doing work, just like that. And then walk in a little bit, walk in. And just take one leg up. Push your elbows down, elbows down, elbows down. And then if you want to hop, try a little hop. And if you don't, just do the other leg. Yeah, just do the other leg. That's it. Push your elbows down. Push your elbows down. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then rest when you need to rest. Yeah. Once you'd had your fun with that. Just do with your head off the floor. You did yeah, with the head off the floor. Yeah. You're not as far from the wall as you think. But I say, like this is in the class of poses. That's like not for everyone, not for everyone's neck. My chiropractor says not for anyone's neck, but I ignore her because, I think there are safer ways to do it. But you want to be like really when you first start doing it, 90% in your arms, like your hair is catching the floor. You're really not bearing a lot of weight into your head. It should really be in your arms. All right, rest in child's pose after you've done your headstand. Not sure what's happening. John, I'm sure you're trying something over there. Rest in child's pose. Yep. I don't like to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I do think there are safe ways to do this pose. I do think that there's, healthy ways that we can do this pose. But it might not be for everyone and it might not be for you today. So you have to be really sort of discerning and careful with this one. Okay, to come up, here's how I want you to come up. Tuck your toes. So lift up just enough to tuck your toes. Walk your hands in and then keeping your head hanging, just bring your weight to your feet and come into a forward bend. Yeah, let your head release, your neck soften. You can do a little shake no, shake yes, just let your head release. If it feels good to lace your fingers and stretch your arms up, you can do that too. Some people like that after headstand, but just let your neck just traction a little bit. Good, and then come on all the way up. Very good, and then let's move the mats back out so we've got space. We're going to come to sit and do a couple of these. Oh, thanks. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right, come sit, stretch your legs out in front. Sit up on a blanket if that's more comfortable for you, for your hamstrings, for your low back. You're good on the floor, be on the floor, reach under and unearth your sitting bones from under the muscles that are there. And then bend up your right knee, step your right foot to the floor, lace your fingers around. Good, and then again, make that line from heart to mind to crown, lining those parts of the body up to line up again, all the parts of your individual self with the higher self. And then notice how the head, it's like the thinking self, right? We want to, the head is what wants to turn first. So we're going to go into a twist, but I don't want you to turn your head yet. Start to turn your torso towards your legs, so to the right. Your head will just come along for the ride. Turn your belly, turn your ribs. As you feel ready, release your right hand behind you. Turn your shoulders. Keep that channel open, heart, mind, spirit, all the way to the crown of the head, but turn your head now. If you want to hug the elbow, hug the knee closer across the outer elbow, you can do that. All right. Okay, and then to release the opposite way. So turn your head, turn your belly, turn your back, face front. Good. Stretch out the right leg. Bring your left knee in. Same thing, line up. Twist from your belly. Start to turn your ribs. When you feel like you can release the left hand behind, release the left. Hug the knee or cross the elbow. Turn your whole being, the whole of yourself. All the parts that are I am, I am, I am. And then the parts that we are, all together. The essence, the true self. Inhale and face front. Okay, go to the first side again. Bend up your right knee. Right knee is right foot's going to stay on the floor. We're going to bend up the left knee and hold the left foot. Yeah, around, go around. That's it. And then come to Crownchasana variation. So you're going to push your foot up into your hand. Yes, straighten the leg as best you can. Move your chest towards your thigh. maybe tip the head back a little bit. So again, we're keeping that channel open, heart to brain. All right, then you're gonna rock forward, push your foot into your hands, try to lift your butt off the floor. Like a pistol squat, that's it. Yeah, that's it. And if it's an ankle situation, if you hop your bottom heel up onto a blanket, if you're onto the blanket, it makes it infinitely easier. So you can do it that way too. If you put your heel up on the blanket, it'll be easier. Good, and then go back to your Crouchasana variation. Lift your leg up. That's it. Stretch the leg long, then push your foot forward into your hands, rock forward, bring your weight to your right foot. That's it, that's it, that's it. Arm around your leg, so don't go inside your leg, go around, so and the left leg comes a little bit out in front. There you go, yeah, like that. Okay, left foot down. Right leg out. I know, you thought you were done with the hard things. All right, hold the right foot. Right leg up. Stretch it out long. And if you want to just stay here, like you're grown-ups, just stay here. It's okay. Just be here. This is a good pose. You want to come into the pistol squat. Your arms are going around your right leg. Sorry, your left leg. So it goes in between. You squeeze your legs together. You push forward. Try to hover your butt. Yes. And then come back to your seat. Stretch out. Yeah. Again, heel on a blanket is really helpful. So left heel on a blanket is going to make it a whole lot easier. Try one more time. Rock forward, squeeze your legs, push your foot into your hand. Yeah, that's how we get it. It is easier, I know. All right. Down. Both feet down. I mean, not easy, but easier. Okay, soles and feet together. Hold your ankle. There's a name for that in Sanskrit, but I don't remember what it is. So we're just going with the pistol squat. Okay, hinge from your hips. Baddha Konasana. Let your head, neck soften. Still having this sense of keeping the channel open, having a sense of using the shapes that we create with our body, not to create an experience that's not only about the shape that we're creating, but literally how we can embody the true self, the big S self. What would the pose look like if you were doing that? Maybe it's exactly what you were doing, what you are doing. Have that awareness. All right, come on back up. Come to your backs for Shavasana. The work of Shavasana. It's a pose, you know, we do it. We do the pose with our bodies. So we line our bodies up so that energy can move, prana can move, breath can flow. And we've got to take those moments to make the body really relaxed and really comfortable so that that inner work can happen. The true work of Shavasana is that surrendering of the individual self. The surrendering of all the labels, the roles that we play, the ways that we think of ourselves, come back to those questions. Who am I when I'm not trying to be somebody? Who am I without my labels, without my accomplishments, without my failures? Bless you. Without my opinions, without my stuff. Who am I? Keep plumbing the depths. Gently become aware or stretching face. Just take a moment to immerse yourself in this sense of wholeness and connection that we find. Let go of the grip of our individual self. And as you start to come back to your body, to start to awaken, just allow those parts of yourselves to come together gently, peaceably. To bend your knees and find your way onto your side. And all the way back up to seated. Move into the rest of your day. Perhaps have a sense of the times where you start to over-identify with your story, with your roles, with your labels, with the ways that you feel defensive, the ways that you feel protective of having to uphold this particular way of being, this way that we hold our self-image so dear that it overshadows the essence, our true self. And each time you do that, just ask yourself the question, who am I? And I don't need to be somebody. Move towards that meaningful connection between heart-mind, between consciousness and its body. Bring your hands together at your heart. And let's close together with an Om, taking a deep breath. Namaste. Everybody. Friday night is the next mixtape class. If you want to come and groove out to some groovy tunes on Friday night, that's Friday. And what else? Stretch sessions are still going. If yoga isn't quite getting you as stretched as you want, come get stretched.
Sunday.
Book group Sunday. All right, can they read the book this quick? Yeah. Can you read it in a week?
It's
Tea
Girl,
something.
Hummingbird Lane
Like, can you read it in a
by
week?
Lisa Steve. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So book group Sunday. I just finished.
Is she the same author as Lady Tam Circles Women? Lisa Steve?
Bye.
I don't know. Oh, I have no idea. I don't know. Bye, John.
Bye. It's in the library.